In a faraway land beyond the tall mountains and shining rivers, there was a very special town. This was a robot town filled with hundreds of colorful robots. It was not like human towns with houses and cars. Some were tall and thin, clanking around with heavy tools. Some were tiny and round, rolling quickly on their wheels. Every robot had a job. One cleaned the streets, another built strong bridges, some cooked food in the kitchens, and others guarded the tall, shining towers. The town was busy from morning till night, filled with the hum of gears, the click of metal feet, and the gentle glowing of lights. But among all these busy robots lived one small, clumsy robot named Robo. He was different from the rest. His arms were a little too short. His gears squeaked when he walked, and sometimes he tripped over his own feet. The other robots were polite to him but often laughed gently at his mistakes. Robo didn't mind much because inside him was a dream no other robot had. Every evening, while the others recharged or polished their metal arms, Robo would climb up the highest hill near the town. He would sit under the glittering stars and whisper to the sky, "I wish I had a real heart, so I could feel love and kindness, just like humans once did." One magical night, when the stars sparkled brighter than ever, Robo's wish was heard. A small golden firefly, glowing like a tiny lantern, appeared before him. It danced in circles, leaving a trail of light. In a soft, tinkling voice it said, "Robo, your dream is pure. If you truly want a heart, you must earn it. A heart is not given by magic, it is built by kindness. Each good deed you do will bring you closer to your dream." Robo's round eyes widened in hope. "I will try, Firefly. I will be kind, no matter how small I am," the firefly nodded, its glow twinkling, and disappeared into the night sky. The very next morning, Robo set out to find someone to help. As he walked near the edge of the forest, he heard a faint sound, meow, meow. Curious, he followed the cry until he found a tiny kitten stuck in a thorny bush. The forest was dark, the tall trees swayed in the wind, and shadows made Robo nervous. His gears shook, but he whispered gently, "Don't be afraid, little one. I'm here to help you." He bent down, carefully moving the sharp thorns one by one. The kitten trembled, its tiny eyes filled with fear. Robo used the gentle glow of his eyes to light the way. "Almost done. Just a little more," he said kindly. Finally, the kitten wriggled free and leapt into his arms. Robo carried it slowly through the forest, talking to it the whole way. "See? You're safe now. I'll take you home." When they reached the village, the kitten purred and rubbed against his leg before running happily into its owner's arms. At that very moment, Robo felt something warm inside his chest. A tiny pink light flickered where his heart should be. He gasped, pressing his hand against his chest. A tiny pink light flickered where his heart should be. He gasped, pressing his hand against his chest. "It's working. I really can feel it." A few days later, Robo noticed his grumpy neighbor struggling with a broken wheel. "Hello, can I fix your wheel?" The neighbor snapped, "Why would you help me?" This neighbor was always unfriendly, frowning at Robo and refusing to talk. Robo hesitated. "He never liked me. Should I still help?" But he remembered the firefly's words. Gathering courage, he walked over. "I've been nothing but rude to you." Robo simply smiled. Because kindness makes the world brighter. Everyone deserves help. Slowly, he found the right tools, tightened the bolts, and polished the wheel until it was good as new. The neighbor looked surprised, his frown melting into a soft smile for the very first time. "Thank you. I misjudged you." Robo nodded happily. Again, his chest glowed warmer, the pink light growing stronger. One afternoon, as Robo wandered near the meadow, he saw a nest that had fallen from a tall tree. Inside were 3 tiny chicks. Chirping helplessly, Robo bent down gently. Scooping the nest into his arms, rain began to fall, and the chicks shivered. Robo smiled, feeling the glow in his chest grow warmer again. "Don't worry, little ones, I will protect you carefully." He climbed up the tree. Placing the nest back on a strong branch, the mother bird returned. Circling him with grateful chirps, Robo smiled, feeling the glow in his chest grow warmer again later. Robo came across two young robots who were arguing over a toy ball. Their voices were loud, their faces angry. Robo approached and said kindly, "Friends sharing makes games fun. Fighting makes hearts heavy," though little robots pouted but listened as Robo showed them how to take turns. Soon they were laughing together. Rolling the ball back and forth, Robo stood nearby, happy to see peace return. And once again, his chest glowed brighter. But one evening, a test far greater than any came. Dark clouds rolled in, covering the sky. Thunder roared and lightning flashed. A terrible storm shook the town. The tall power tower, which gave energy to every robot, swayed dangerously in the strong winds. Robots screamed, animals ran in panic, and chaos filled the streets. Robo looked around at the frightened faces and shouted, "Don't be afraid. I'll help." He raced forward, planting his small feet firmly on the ground. The tower leaned heavily. Ready to fall, Robo pushed with all his might. His gears groaned, sparks flew from his arms, and his legs trembled. The storm howled. But he didn't stop. "I must not give up," he cried. The tower shook harder. The rain lashed against his body. But Robo's courage burned brighter at that moment. The magical firefly appeared again, glowing fiercely. "Robo, you are brave. Keep going." True hearts are built in the hardest moments. When the skies cleared, everyone gathered around Robo. The once grumpy neighbor hugged him. The kitten meowed happily and curled around his feet. The birds chirped from their nest, and the little robots cheered. Robo stood tall, chest glowing brightly with his new heart. The firefly circled him one last time, whispering proudly, "Now you truly have a heart, not because of magic, your bravery, and your love." From that day on, Robo was no longer just the clumsy little robot. He was the robot with the biggest heart in the whole town. Moral: a real heart is not made of metal. Our magic is made of kindness.